What's up, YouTube? Zero here, and today I'm going to be talking about a patch that's coming out today, September 27th, 2019, in Borderlands 3. So let's just get right into it. The first thing you're going to note is sniper rifles are getting buffed. The developer says sniper rifles felt a little clunky in the game. So what are they doing? They're increasing the critical damage by 20%. They're increasing the fire rate by 15%. The time to aim down the sight is reduced by 15%, and the time to equip is also reduced by 20%. Pistols, they are increasing a bunch of stuff on a couple of pistols and reducing on some others to try and balance out pistols. So first, TDR pistols are getting increased damage by 15%. Doll, 15% increased damage, and Children of the Vault pistols are getting increased damage by 20%. Jacobs and Torg are getting reduced. Jacob is getting reduced by 15% and Torg is getting reduced damage by 10%. So depending on which guns you typically prefer, this may alter which guns you prefer now based off of these damage increases and decreases. Now moving on, Maliwan is getting buffed. Maliwan weapon damage is being increased by 25%, and the weapon fire rate is also being increased by 20%. So if you enjoy Maliwan type guns, you're going to enjoy that increase. The Atlas is also getting increased. All weapon types are being increased by 25% for Atlas. Now there are some miscellaneous adjustments that are being thrown out there. Jacob's assault rifle damage are being increased by 20%. So if you like Jacobs, there you go, you get some nice assault rifle damage. Doll SMGs, I know I like using Doll SMGs. They're being increased damage-wise by 10%. Vladorf heavy weapon damage is being increased by 25%. And E-Tech TDR shotgun damage is being increased by 50%. I know I love TDR guns, so I'm going to love that increase. So now we've gotten through the guns. We know what we're being buffed and what's being nerfed when it comes to guns. But what else are we getting with this nerf and buff? I'm not talking about everything. I'm just talking about the stuff that I really found important in this buff and nerf patch that's coming out today. So, Graveward. He is a boss towards the end of the game. Apparently, his beam attacks did not properly scale. So, if you were watching players on YouTube face this dude before, it may have looked a little easy. Well, guess what? They're gonna make him a little bit harder. So, the attacks of Graveward now scale based on level. Reduced overall health by 20%, so that's kind of good. But increased resistances to elemental damage. Elemental chance resistance increased by 70%. Elemental resistances increased by 30%. Elemental damage over time duration taken is also reduced by 30%. So when y'all face him, he may be a little bit harder to defeat, but I believe in y'all. I know y'all got this when you face him, so don't worry about that. And last but not least, we have some Vault Hunter adjustments. I know y'all definitely want to hear about this. So, Zane's gadgets were great at providing additional utility, but lacked impact as players leveled up. Borderlands 3 is now increasing the Digi-Clone damage with all equipped weapons so the skill can scale better with players as they get to higher levels and harder content. So the Digi-Clone damage is increased by 38%. The drone damage is increased by 50%. Cryo Bull's damage penalty is removed. The drone rocket damage increased by 50%. And Almighty Ordnance rockets damage is now increased by 75%. So for those players who are playing as Zane, y'all are getting a nice little buff there. I recommend checking out this stuff that they're buffing and seeing how you like it now. You may not have liked it before. You may have thought it was underpowered, but now looks like Zane is getting some nice buffs. Amara, the Guardian Angel health restoration is now reduced from 100% to 50%. Glamour damage penalty reduced from -30% to -10%. So Amara's kind of in the middle when it comes down to it. But y'all, I know I'm looking at this flak the Flak one, because I'm playing as Flak. Gorillas in the Mist bonuses greatly outweighed its penalty to the base skill. We don't want to remove the playstyle. We, as in Borderlands 3, I'm just reading off of this, playstyle completely, but the overall damage output had to be slightly adjusted because it was outperforming other builds. We're monitoring the changes, and we may make another change to the ammo return in a future patch. Gorillas in the Mist duration reduced from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. Gorilla in the Mist critical damage bonus reduced from 50% to 25%. I know I use Gorillas in the Mist a lot, and I actually love this. I don't know how this is going to affect my playstyle or what I think about this perk for Flak, but this is a little disappointing. I am disappointed with this nerf to Flak. So stay tuned to see what we think, but if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more Borderlands 3 content. Till next time, peace.